Hey guys! Welcome back sa aming channel, ang inyong paboritong history and mystery channel, ang Ghost Vloggers. I know, ang tagal na natin hindi nagkikita. Huwag kayong magtataka kung bakit sobrang naka-zoom in kayo. Kasi yung green screen na ginagamit ko, maliit lang siya, pang streaming siya. So medyo, let's make do with what we have right now. So I got this green screen actually from Twitch. Thank you so much, pang streaming siya, para sa mga gamers. So, since feeling gamer ako, ito yung ginamit ko para mas madali lang rin siya ligpitin. So, I had to bring you guys in a little bit closer para, alam mo yon, dahil pandemic na nga may social distancing tayo, pero at least dito sa video, medyo feeling close tayo. And, the mystery that we are going to discuss today, guys, is very juicy. Kasi it's one of the world's top unsolved mysteries for over 60 years until last year na na-solve daw siya. To be honest, hindi ako naniniwala dun sa explanation nila. Hindi ko matanggap yung explanation nila. And you will see why. So, it's about 9 experienced hikers na umakyat sa bundok na to, and then all of them died under mysterious circumstances. And the way they died is just really, really creepy. So, yun yung i-discuss natin today. Ang saya, di ba? So, if you want to know more and go on this adventure with me, please keep on watching. Alright guys, so let's dive in. The mystery is called the mystery of the Dyatlov Pass. So I'm sure a lot of you guys have already heard about this mystery kasi nga over 60 years na siyang considered unsolved until last year, I believe. And it's actually been made into a movie. So the movie came out in 2013. It's called The Devil's Pass, which you guys can watch after this video. So, this actually happened noong February 12, 1959. Okay? So, ganun na siya katagal. Si Igor Dyatlov ay isang 23 radio engineering student and an experienced hiker. Okay? Just like all of his friends, yung siyam na sinama niya para sa adventure na ito, they're all experienced ski hikers. So that's very important for you guys to know. I will be very particular with the dates na sasabihin ko sa inyo kasi makikita nyo dun yung flow dun sa mga nangyari. Okay? I need your help, guys, dito sa mystery na to. So let's try to do our own investigating and yung mga theories natin at the end of the video, or once you have your theories, comment down below kung ano tingin nyo yung nangyari sa kanila. So, noong January 27, 1959, umalis yung 10 ski hikers na to with Igor Dyatlov being their leader. Okay? Umakyat sila para pumunta dito sa mountain na tinatawag na Mount Otorten. Hindi ko alam kung yun talaga yung pag-pronounce sa kanya, basta Otorten. Yun yung spelling niya. And in the Mansi language, it actually means don't go there. So yun nga, hindi ko maintindihan. Mount don't go there, pero they still went there. So one of the hikers, si Yuri Yudin, actually bumalik siya. So hindi siya tumuloy the entire hike. Siguro by the middle of it or baka nagsisimula pa lang sila, he decided na hindi na siya tutuloy kasi masama yung pakiramdam niya. And si Yuri Yudin was actually the last person to see all of them alive. So tandaan nyo to, this happened January 27 when they ventured for Mount Don't Go There. And by February 12, wala pa rin sa kanila na bumabalik. So, nobody has seen them, okay, ever since they left. So, si Yudin yung nagpaiwan na friend nila, hindi naman siya worried. Kasi usually, di ba sa mga hiking and trekking camp, mga trekking trips na ganyan, there would be times na they would probably extend mga 1 to 2 to 3 days, ganyan na mag-extend sila usually. Depending on the weather, ganyan, mga climate changes and stuff sa matataas na bundok na ganyan. So, it wasn't really parang something that they were worried about, I guess. Sinabi rin naman sa kanya ni Igor Dyatlov, yung leader nila, sinabi rin sa kanya na by February 14, Valentine's Day, February 14, sabi niya, pagpawala pa kami, doon ka na magpatawag ng mga emergency or search rescue teams, search and rescue teams. By February 14, syempre, ayun, wala pa rin sila. So, nag-decide na si Eugene na tumawag ng search and rescue. However, napakasama ng panahon during that time. So, by February 20 pa siya actually nag-push ng matindi for search and rescue teams to be sent out to look for them. So, isipin niyo yun guys ha. So, by parang almost mag-1 month na yon since last sila na nakita ng buhay. So, by February 20, that was the only time that Yuri Udin actually was really parang siguro nangungulit na siya sa mga tao to help, to push for people to start looking for them. And nung mga earlier days after February 14, I think yun yung mga times na yun nga masama din yung panahon. And wala siya siguro makuhang tao na tutulong sa kanya. So, by February 20, doon lang talaga siya sobrang nag-push and nag-demand kasi wala pa talaga sila, hindi pa sila bumabalik. So, that was the only time na nagkaroon ng mga talagang big search parties looking for them. So, there were police, teachers, students, local tribes people doon sa mountain na yon, and even military na may mga choppers, mga airplanes, lahat yon mga naghahanap para sa kanila. After a week of searching, doon lang nahanap yung last na campsite nila Dyatlov and his crew. And nahanap siya sa Kolatsyakal. Hindi ko alam kung paano pronounce yun. Basta lagay ko na lang dito. So, it's parang slope. It's a mountain slope, okay? So, it's actually 6 miles south sa destination nila. And when they looked at the campsite, there was nobody there. Ito yung mga evidences natin, guys. Take note. Ready? Pen, paper nyo. Okay. So, evidence number 1. Yung tent nila was actually cut from the inside. Okay? So, the tent was cut from the inside. Hindi siya yung parang hiniwa from the outside. It actually came from within the tent. That's your evidence number 1. Okay? Evidence number 2. Lahat ng items nila, including all of their clothing and even their shoes, were still inside the tent. Guys, take note, itong bundok na to is nagyeyelo. Okay? So, para siyang Everest. Ganong levels siya. So, you cannot actually go outside without your shoes or without your clothes. But all of their items were actually still inside the tent. Okay? Evidence number 3, 8 to 9 tracks leading away from the campsite is proof na they were actually barefoot. Okay? So, nakapaa lang, walang shoe. And they only found 1 shoe actually along the way. So, it leads away from the tent. So, it means umalis sila sa tent and tandaan nyo, the cut came from inside the tent. Evidence number 4, about 500 yards away from the tent, may 2 dead bodies na nahanap. Their remains were beside a small campfire. Meaning, okay, buhay pa sila. Kasi nakapag-build sila ng campfire. Buhay pa sila when they were there. And the mysterious thing about them were, they were actually just partially clothed. So, hindi sila fully clothed. Kasi, usually, pagka sa mga ganung hiking trips, mga bundok, Diyos ko, tayo nga, magbagyo lang tayo. Talagang balot na balot ka na sa lamig, di ba? What more yung sa ganun na talagang nagne-negative yung weather. I mean, nagyayelo na lahat, di ba? Pero, yung isa sa kanila, parang naka-underwear lang. Yung isa, parang naka-t-shirt lang, tsaka underwear. So, medyo nakakapagtaka yun. They weren't wearing any shoes. So, yun. Diba? Medyo nakakapagtaka. Evidence number 5. A few yards from the first 2 dead bodies were 3 more, okay? Nakakalat yung 3 bodies na nahanap nila. Additional 3 bodies. So, again, okay? Away from the campsite, may 2 bodies, and then a few yards away from the 2 bodies, may 3 bodies pa na nahanap and nakakalat sila, including the body of Dyatlov, yung kanilang leader. So, they were actually facing naman towards the tent. So, yung posisyon ng bodies nila, it's as if parang mukhang pabalik sila doon sa tent. Number 6. So, doon sa edge ng forest, doon naman nila nahanap ang isang sobrang taas na puno, tapos marami siyang mga sira-sira na mga branches, mga about 5 meters up, and nakita nila na, okay, so ito yung wood na ginamit nila for the fire. Meaning, nakaabot sila doon sa mataas na puno na yon, nagputol sila ng mga branches, yun yung ginamit nila for the campfire na malapit doon sa kanilang dead bodies. Okay, that's the 6th evidence. Number 7. Yung autopsy results. Okay? So, number 7 refers to ano yung sinabi based on their autopsy, kung ano yung kinamatay nila. So, number 1, ang sinabi is hypothermia for all of them. Dun sa 5 na nahanap. Okay? Hypothermia. And also, yung isang hiker sa kanila, si Rustem Slobodin, sabi nila had a lot of minor head wounds, small cracks sa kanyang skull. One of the reasons why they died. Number 8. So, after 2 months, okay, this is your 8th evidence. After 2 months, so this was around May of that year. So, February sila nawala. So, February sila nahanap yung 5 dead bodies. February, March, and April, naghahanap sila. By May, doon lang nila nahanap yung 4 remaining bodies no hikers na nawawala pa. And they were actually found 80 yards away from the forest and nahanap sila sa baba ng isang bangin. Okay? And nung bumaba sila doon sa bangin, may nahanap silang medyo maliit na cave. And yun yung ginawa ng 4 na makeshift shelter. Okay? And there was evidence na they made this into a shelter kasi may campfires, tapos, kumbaga halatang doon sila nagstay. Okay? Makikita mo yun na parang, okay, doon sila nagstay. So, in a way, yung unang inisip nila was they actually fell kasi malalim na bangin yun. But, if you think about it, if they fell, hindi sila makakagawa ng parang campsite or makeshift shelter dun eh, di ba? So, ayun. The weird thing about the 4 hikers na nahanap is that they actually had mixed clothing, and later on, some of the people who actually know them would come to say na they actually don't own the clothes that they were wearing. So, saan nila nakuha yung mga damit na yun? It doesn't belong to them. And dito ko nakikwipihan dito sa 4 na to. Kasi, okay, so, ito yung autopsy results nung 4. Only 1 died of hypothermia. Yung 3 had internal injuries. Okay? Internal injuries, broken ribs, internal bleeding, evidences na nagkaroon ng internal bleeding. However, the creepy thing about this is wala silang external injuries. So, if may internal bleeding ang tao, usually broken ribs, any internal injuries, lalabas yun, meron kang tama sa labas eh. Kumbaga, if you were beaten, basag-basag ribs mo, imposibleng wala kang pasa outside of your body. So, usually, magkakaroon talaga siya ng indication na may something, may sapak, may pasa, kung may internal bleeding ka, may saksak, di ba? But, for these 3 bodies, wala. And the creepy thing is one of them actually has a heavy fractured skull. Halatang hinampas siya. And then, ito na, yung kay Lyudmila Dubanina, so isa dun sa mga babae na kasama nila, she was actually found na wala siyang dila. Yeah. So, wala siyang dila, guys. And hindi na nila nahanap kung nasan yung dila niya. So, yon. So, medyo, ang creepy lang to think about it kasi how would you inflict internal injuries to someone na walang marks on the outside? Diba? Paano ka magkakaroon ng internal injuries, internal bleeding, tas yung labas mo maayos? Kasi kahit na malaglag ka, madulas ka, madapa ka, magkakaroon ka ng pasa o baka somewhere in your body. Pero with these three, wala. And then the missing tongue, oh my gosh. It's so creepy. And ito pa yung nakakaloka doon. Ang nilabas na statement based on their autopsies and ng Russian government is that they died with a compelling natural force. Force? Anong force? Anong klaseng force? Compelling natural force. Yun yung nakalagay dun sa autopsy nila. Yun yung nakalagay na dahilan ng pagkamatay nila, which is just really bizarre. It's very unclear. Next evidence number 12. Okay? So, sabi rin nila, all of the bodies actually had high levels of radiation dun sa katawan nila and also dun sa area kung saan sila nahanap na patay, including their campsite. So, maraming kinds of radiation, guys. So, there's beta radiation, which is possibly yun yung nandun sa coat nito ni Dubanina, yung girl na nawawala yung dila niya. Okay? So, it's probably more of a parang superficial radiation. Hindi naman siya yung bonggang intense na radiation. Number 13. Part of the top ng tent nila, may sunog. May part na parang sunog dun sa part sa taas ng tent. Okay lang yung sa may labas ng tent eh. Like, kunwari baka gumawa sila ng apoy or nilipad yung tent, hinangin. I have no idea. Pero sa taas ng tent na may mark ng parang sunog, it's also kind of weird. Diba? Next is, may nahanap silang ski pole na malapit doon sa tent that was broken in two. Okay? Medyo malakas yun, ha? Broken in two. Next evidence nyo. Okay? So, unlike the other two members na nahanap pa nila, yung kay Rustem is indicating na his body was actually warm nung natumba siya. Why? Because yung ice surrounding his body showed evidence na natunaw siya. So, matutunaw yung ice. If bumagsak yung body niya, matutunaw yung ice surrounding that if your body was still warm when you actually fell. Pero, siya yung may tama sa ulo, yung may fracture siya sa ulo niya, na yun yung sinabing reason to believe na dahilan ng pagkamatay niya. And the direction of his body, when they actually found it, paharap siya na para siyang facing the tent, para siyang pabalik doon sa direksyon kung saan pupunta yung tent. So it does look like he was on his way back to the tent nung may umampas sa likod niya. Okay pa kayo, guys? Ano pa kayo? Okay, next. Number 16. Okay? So, medyo mahirap din yung ginawa nila na they were trying to build a fire in the middle of a Russian night sa isang napakataas na nagyayelong bundok. So, it's not an easy task. Mahangin, malamig, puro yelo. So, they were all experienced hikers. Kaya parang medyo nakakapagtaka lang na bakit ang dami nating. Okay, mamaya natin pag-usapan yan isa-isa, okay? Number 17, si Yuri Yudin, yung survivor, yung kaibigan nilang hindi tumuloy, claimed na yung isa sa mga skiers or friends na kasama nila doon sa 9 na namatay, si Alexander Kolevatov, meron siyang dala-dala na personal diary niya. Nagsusulat siya doon every day, and it was actually missing. And it was never found. Among the evidences, among their belongings, dun sa mga bodies, the diary was never found. Last evidence natin is that Yuri, siya pa rin yung nagpaiwan na friend nila. Sinabi niya na yung items na nandun sa loob pala ng tent, hindi sa kanila. So, some of their items that they were actually wearing were incomplete, but most of the things that they had there weren't theirs. So, ang tanong doon, nasaan yung mga gamit nila? Kaninong mga gamit yung gamit nila? O, di ba guys? Parang sumasakit yung ulo ko talaga dito sa mystery na to. Kasi ang daming, kahit gano'n ko ayusin and ilista yung evidences, in a way, magulo siya because it just really doesn't make any sense. It's so mysterious. The way their bodies are positioned, the way na nahanap sila, aside from that, yung mga evidences mismo na nahanap, it's crazy, it's bizarre. So, let's discuss the theories, okay? So, theory number 1 is an avalanche. So, sabi nila, it does happen sa bundok. Okay? Pwedeng matatabunan sila, nagkaroon ng avalanche, kaya sila nagmamadaling umalis ng tent, kaya it was cut from the inside. But the thing is, if it was an avalanche, bakit pa downhill din yung escape nila? Kasi pagka sa avalanche, that's not how you try to escape it eh. And there's no actually evidence na meron talagang avalanche. There were no evidences of a snowdrift. So, scratch na natin yung avalanche. Number 2, okay? So, meron tinatawag na paradoxical undressing. So, due to hypothermia, sabi nila, nagkakaroon ng mga parang delusions yung tao. If magkaroon ka ng hypothermia, you will be delusional. And then, most cases daw, they start undressing kasi yung iniisip nila is mainit. Kabaliktaran kung ano talaga yung nangyayari or kung ano talaga yung nararamdaman nila. So, it's one of the parang final stages of hypothermia. So, yung paradoxical undressing na sinasabi nga nila. And, it's really strange kasi by the time na you enter that stage ng hypothermia, which is delusional ka na, wala ka ng inkling to actually fight for survival. Kasi parang kang nasiraan na nabaliw ka na. But, if that were the case, if dumating sila sa ganon kaya sila partially dressed, yung iba sa kanila nakakahubad pa, naka-underwear lang, how come they were still able to build a fire sa napakahirap na climate? Yon. Diba? And number 2, other bodies na nahanap were actually still partially dressed. So, hindi pa rin talaga siya enough na para yun yung maging dahilan on why. Number 3, yung sinabi ko kanina, na kesyo nalaglag daw sila dun sa bangin, yung 4 na bodies na nahanap na pinakahuli. But the thing is, if they fell, may evidence yun na kung nalaglag talaga sila sa bangin, pwedeng may bale, may whatever. Pero again, yung injuries nila were all internal, walang marks on the outside. And if they fell, nakaramdam na ba kayo guys ng nabalian kayo? Kahit nga sprain lang, napakasakit na eh. So, paano sila nakagawa ng makeshift shelter doon sa cave na nakagawa sila ng parang tulugan, ng fire, diba? Hindi yun kakayanin ng taong nalaglag sa bangin. Number 4 na theory natin is that the mountain is actually just cursed. Alright? So, sabi nga nila, it's called Mountain of the Dead, sabi ng mga locals na nandun. And yung yung meaning nga ng Mount Otorten is do not go there. Yun pa lang. Diba? Doon pa lang eh. So, it's actually a mountain na sinasabi nilang very controversial. Okay? Why? Sabi nila, there's actually a curse dito sa mountain na to. And the reason for this curse is because ilan silang namatay, guys? 9, diba? 9 silang experienced ski hikers na namatay. But did you know na kaya to tinawag na the Cursed Mountain is because way back, may mga locals doon, yung mga sa tribe na nakatira malapit doon sa bundok, they actually lost 9 hunters doon sa mountain na yon na namatay din. And a few years earlier, there was actually a plane crash that happened in that mountain. As in, doon bumagsak yung plane. And you will never guess how many died in that plane crash. You guessed it, 9. Coincidence ba? Inilabutan ka ba? Tumas ba yung mga balahibo mo? Sa akin, medyo. But, anyway, yon. So, 9 ang namatay na ski hikers, 9 ang namatay na mansi hunters doon. Mansi yung tawag doon sa parang mga tao na nakatira doon na locals. 9 din yung namatay doon sa plane na nag-crash doon. Is it a coincidence? Or do you think na yung bundok na yon is just really cursed nga talaga and 9 talaga yung number niya, yun yung kinukuha niya. Number 5 na theory natin, UFOs, actually. UFOs, yes, alien life. Kasi, ang sabi nila, marami daw mga mysterious sightings ng mga floating objects in that mountain and at the same time, mga mysterious lights na nagpapakita sa area na yon. And there was even one case where a hiker was saying na he actually tried to hike that mountain and nung natutulog daw siya, bigla lang may mga bright lights na iba-ibang kulay in the middle of the night. Tapos natakot siya, he just tried to sleep and stay in his tent. And later on, he woke up, parang he woke up miles. Within that mountain pa rin, pero miles away from his campsite. I don't know. But it would make sense if yun yung dahilan talaga. Kasi maybe aliens have the technology na pumatay na crushing you from the inside without any marks on the outside. Alright, so doon tayo sa ating last na theory and it's all about one of them. So, one of the guys na nahanap doon sa bangin, his name is Alexander Zolotarev. And actually, the weird thing about this guy is, unang-una, last-minute joiner siya. So, hindi siya talaga dapat kasama sa trip na yon. Nagkataon na last-minute, he decided to join them. Okay? So, ang sinabi nila is, the reason why he decided to join them is, dapat kasi sasali siya sa iba pang grupo na aakyat din on a different day. Pero, sinabi niya na sasama na siya dito kila Dyatlov kasi yung nanay niya may sakit. So, parang yun na yung uuwi yata siya sa kanila or something like that. So, parang inuna na lang niya yung trip na to. Parang something like that. Okay? Basta something with this trip na kesyo unahin na niya yon, mag-hike na siya para pagbalik niya, diretso na siya pauwi sa nanay niya na may sakit. Yung thing about dito kay Alexander is that he actually works for a secret Russian military base. Sabi ng iba, it's probably a government cover-up yung nangyari. Probably may alam tong si Alexander na bawal daw malaman ng iba or may tinago siya or something like that. Kaya hinanap sila, kaya siya nagmadali rin sumama sa kanila sa trip na to kasi he was trying to get away. Yeah, just one of the theories, guys. So, what do you guys think about all of this? Diba, parang ang bigat na, ang weird na if you look back dun sa mga evidence, ang hirap pa rin, ang hirap to make a conclusion kung ano ba talaga. So, before I discuss yung ano ba talaga nangyari sa kanila, please do hit the pause button right now dito sa video na to and comment ka dyan sa baba. Comment ka kung ano yung theory mo, ano yung tingin mong dahilan, kung ano ba talaga yung nangyari sa kanila. Among the theories na pinresent natin, tingin mo, alin dito yung pinaka-probable. Comment ka down below. Antayin kita, sige, go. Okay, guys. So, alright, ito na nga. So, more than 60 years na yata to, okay? 60 years after it happened. So, nung February 2019, dineclare na tong mystery na to solved by the Russian government and they were reporting it actually sa news. So, you can find it on YouTube. Hanapin nyo yung coverage ng CNN about this. So, nag-launch sila kasi ng new investigation over what happened and due to modern technology, sabi nila, they were able to unlock kung ano talaga yung nangyari dito sa Dyatlov crew, Dyatlov and his crew, actually. So, you can go to dyatlovpass.com to learn more about it. And what I really liked about this site is yung investigation nila, ang galing ng ginawa nila, talagang pumunta pa sila talaga ulit doon sa mountain. They tried to reenact kung ano yung ginawa nila, what the weather was like, anong klaseng tent, ganyan. Yun yung mga ginawa nilang investigative journalism para malaman kung ano ba talaga yung nangyari. And yeah, hindi lang ako sold dun sa ano nila, hindi lang talaga ako sold dun sa kung ano yung sinabi nilang dahilan kung ano yung kinamatay nila. Hindi ko nasasabihin dito sa video, guys. So, yun yung iiwan ko na para sa inyo kasi it's actually very interesting read, and mas gusto ko yung gawa muna kayo ng theories nyo on your own before tayo mag-usap-usap ulit about this mystery. Kasi hindi ako naniniwala dun sa Delhi na eh. Or siguro, I'm one of those people na parang gusto ko aliens talaga. Aliens talaga yung to blame, or baka yun nga, it's either government cover-up or aliens. Yun yung naiisip ko lang talaga. Kasi yung injuries nila yun talaga yung nag-ano sa akin, the missing tongue, tapos yung injuries na bleeding ka from the inside, tapos sa labas wala. Okay, there you have it, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video kahit na sobrang lapit ng mukha ko. I'll just try to insert more pictures dito para at least nakikita nyo naman yung mga footage from this mystery, and I hope that you guys enjoyed it. Medyo gumagana-gana yung mga utak nyo kahit na pandemic tayo, guys. I would love for you to put in your comments, your thoughts on this whole mystery, what you think about it. Kasi, very interesting siya. And it's kind of scary talaga if you think about it, diba? So, I'll also ask the ghost vloggers na mag-comment din sila down below. Mag-comment din sila sa baba kung ano yung tingin nilang mga theories nila dito. I'll ask Norman and Zuxa and even actually my friends to go and comment dito to see kung ano yung tingin nila dito sa mystery na to. Kung ano ba talaga yung hindi ko talaga matanggap na yun yung dahilan nila. But, anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any suggestions for our next topic, please comment it down below. You know the drill. If hindi pa kayo nakasubscribe sa akin, click on the subscribe button, the like button, and the share button kung gusto nyo i-share sa mga friends ninyo. And I hope you guys are happy and healthy. And I'll see you guys on our next video. Bye, guys!